The Greatest Average American, Wednesday on ABC.
So Joy's Behind is on the Behind the Table podcast today. You can listen to it on any podcast app. And we want you all, really, all of you, have a great day. Take a little time to enjoy the view and don't despair. We will do this together and we'll get it together and we'll work it out together. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
Bangor police have confirmed the FBI is now involved in investigating reports of human trafficking. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. A Waldoboro man was sentenced this morning in the shooting death of a man in Cushing, and the Bangor Police Department is working to revise its process for reporting crime. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Tuesday afternoon. We have a winter storm watch across the northern parts of the state that will last until 11 a.m. on Thursday. We're watching for an upgrade here because of some concerns for at least 1/4 of an inch of ice and also some snowfall and sleet. While farther down toward the south, small craft advisory issued until 6 a.m. now as we head towards your Thursday. In the meantime, we've had some clouds passing through. We'll still watch for some passing through today, but otherwise a good amount of sunshine. As we do zoom things out, we're seeing some activity tracking from the west and going toward the east, but we are going to stay dry today with a good amount of sunshine. As we do move forward today, lots of sunshine, clouds to the north. Notice some precipitation of some snow in that wintry mix. The rest of us will see that wintry mix of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow as we head towards your Wednesday, primarily north of Bangor. Bangor could see a tiny bit of that wintry mix, but for the most part, Bangor will stay in that rainfall sector. So a good amount of ice possible farther off towards the north, so those areas will need to be careful. So at times, some gusty winds up to around 20 to 25 miles per hour could pass through overnight. Hourly forecast moving forward, temperatures nice today into the 60s before cooling off. Lots of sunshine. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. An Augusta man will spend 4 years in prison for killing a man in Cushing in 2024. 41-year-old Jason Hewitt pleaded guilty on March 2nd to manslaughter in the death of 45-year-old Kyle McDougal in 2024. Police say Hewitt went to the home in Cushing to buy drugs. They say a dispute escalated and Hewitt shot McDougal. Hewitt pleaded guilty under a plea agreement reached with the Attorney General's office just before his trial was set to get underway. The judge sentenced him to 14 years in prison with all but 4 years suspended and 4 years of probation. Bangor police have confirmed the FBI is now involved in investigating reports of human trafficking. According to law enforcement, the group is allegedly targeting unhoused individuals. As our Alex Schley tells us, despite a quick response from community leaders, at least one person is still unaccounted for.
Bangor police say the FBI is now assisting in an investigation into an alleged human trafficking operation targeting members of the local homeless community.
We've received a couple different complaints about out-of-state company that is making contact with individuals in the community, and they are offering them services out of state.
The incident was first reported by Mel Combs, who says the men showed up at the well a couple weeks ago.
He immediately went right over to one of the young girls. She's maybe 20s.
Combs says the group told people they could put them up in a hotel, get them an ID, and then fly them to another state where they would enter treatment. But Combs says what they were offering immediately raised red flags.
I've seen the process that people have to go through to get into any sort of treatment, and it's not just, hey, let's go with me, you know. It doesn't work that way, you know. You have to make sure they've got, number one, insurance or some way to pay, you know, and nothing's free. And once I started asking the guy questions, he got kind of sheepish.
Combs says shortly after he began questioning the man, he left, but not before convincing the young woman he initially approached to go with him.
I asked her, I said, are you really going to go with him? She goes, yeah. Personally, myself, I was a wreck for a week, thinking of what possibly could be happening to this young girl. You know, she left here in in a vehicle with 3 guys with New Hampshire plates. It just smells real bad.
Combs says despite immediately reporting the incident to Bangor police, he has not seen her since. Police are now asking the public to report any suspicious behavior.
If there's anything that anybody feels uncomfortable with or they notice something that they feel like would be a concern, certainly reach out to us.
In Bangor, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine State Police are investigating a shooting death that occurred Sunday in Carrabassett Valley. Maine State Police say Sunday around 7:30 p.m., the Franklin County Regional Communications Center received a 911 call reporting the shooting of 23-year-old Michaela Rose DeSanctis of Connecticut. She was transported first to Maine Health Franklin Hospital in Farmington, then to Maine Medical Center in Portland, where she died from her injuries. Maine State Police say Michaela sustained her injuries at a residence on Left Bank in Carrabassett Valley. Then Monday night, 24-year-old Austin Doucette of Carrabassett Valley was arrested and charged with DeSanctis' murder. The investigation was conducted by the Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit and was assisted by the Carrabassett Valley Police Department and the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. That investigation is ongoing. A Clifton man is facing numerous charges after being arrested in Lincoln. About 7:30 Monday morning, officers responded to reports of erratic driver in the area of West Broadway and Penobscot Valley Avenue. Lincoln Police Chief Lee Miller says officers found the car stopped in the intersection of West Broadway and River Road. Miller says the driver, 31-year-old Anthony Smith of Clifton, appeared to be unconscious behind the wheel. According to Miller, after officers made contact with Smith, he got out of the vehicle. He says that's when officers saw suspected drug paraphernalia in plain view inside the vehicle. Miller says further investigation revealed additional illegal drugs as well as a firearm and more than $4,600. Smith is charged with several counts, including criminal operating under the influence, aggravated drug trafficking, and possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. A Plymouth man was arrested following a child well-being investigation. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office says on March 8th, they received what they called concerning information regarding possible child abuse at a residence in Plymouth. The Sheriff's Office said during the course of their investigation, they identified 30-year-old Lavarius Williams, who originally came from Florida, as one of the persons involved. They also say they believed he was potentially in possession of firearms. Investigators discovered Williams also had a domestic violence assault conviction in Florida, making it illegal for him to possess firearms, both federally and in the state of Maine. During a search of the home, the Sheriff's Office says a firearm and ammunition were found. Williams was arrested, taken to jail, and charged with possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. The Sheriff's Office says DHHS personnel examined the children on the scene. It was determined that the children were safe to remain at the residence for the night. The Bangor Police Department is working to revise its process for reporting crime, citing a need to address what the department is calling a procedural flaw. They say that flaw is leading to an inaccurate account of certain data. Our Grace Blanchard explains.
It's safe to travel around Bangor. It's safe to visit our shops and restaurants and pubs.
According to Bangor's police chief, Mark Hathaway, Bangor does not have a crime issue, but there is an issue with how the department and others report crimes.
We're not going to suggest that other police departments are not reporting data accurately. There's just such a variable in how the data can be reported.
In a recent city council workshop, the chief told councilors the department is changing how it reports certain crimes after a statewide report suggested the city had the highest crime rate in the state.
We're not all reporting the data the same way. Therefore, the newspaper article was accurate. The data is flawed.
Chief Hathaway cited reporting by the Bangor Daily News, which found agencies across Maine are reporting crime statistics differently, which the chief says is causing some cities to look more dangerous than others.
To suggest that our crime data might be higher or more impactful than another community, it's really hard to compare that based on this process.
According to a Maine State Police spokesperson, all local crime data is submitted by law enforcement to the state and forwarded to the FBI. But what is entered varies based on how an incident is interpreted or documented. The police department declined our request for an on-camera interview on this issue, but police said in the workshop that they are working to shift how they review cases to improve accuracy.
We need to look at these categories a little closer to be sure that we're being entirely perfectly accurate based on what the officer is seeing and experiencing when he or she responds to the call.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, we'll have the latest on the war in Iran. We'll be right back.
I'm an oyster farmer and a small business owner. Graham knows what it means to wake up at 4 a.m. with the rest of us. Sullivan needed a harbor master, Graham stepped up. Lobstermen needed help with their gear, Graham dove on it. That's just who he is. I don't see anyone like that in Washington. He cares, he gets Maine, he gets us.
I love every corner of this state and every person in it far too much to just stand by and watch it be ripped apart.
Graham will do whatever it takes to get the job done.
I'm Graham Plattner, and I approve this message.
When it comes to your home, go to the source. Go to R&B's Home Source in Madison. R&B's Home Source has home comfort, convenience, and savings all wrapped up in one location. From the living room to the dining room to the bedroom, we have some of the best values in furniture and bedding. For the kitchen, R&B's Home Source has top-notch appliances from fridges to ranges, even washers and dryers. And sit back and relax with quality electronics. We service everything we sell too. For your home, go to the source. R&B's Home Source, Lakewood Road, Madison.
I got hurt in a car accident. Why should I call the twos?
Because when you're hurt, you need money. And I don't take tiny checks. I get my clients big checks. I got a client who injured their wrist, a big check for $185,000. Another client broke their collarbone, and I also got them a big check for $400,000.
Don't take a tiny check for your car wreck. Call the twos.
Hurt in a car accident? I'm your go-to guy.
No. I'm in my own head.
What the heck are you talking about?
I think I got away with something that I shouldn't have. See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid.
Finish that bucket on your own. Practice makes perfect.
Enjoy your new car.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Lease an all-wheel drive Hyundai Palisade SE for $319 a month, or get 3.99% APR for 60 months. Hurry in.
When Maine winter bites, nothing matters more than keeping your family warm. The solution is simple, a high-efficiency heat pump installed by Valley Home Services. It's the quiet, reliable warmth you need all season long. At Valley Home, we're your elite Fujitsu Air Stage dealer, ensuring expert installation that delivers consistent comfort and maximizes your energy savings. And we make it easy to switch to efficiency heating and qualify for those valuable Efficiency Maine rebates. Stay perfectly warm without the high cost. For a warm, worry-free winter, trust the local experts. Valley Home Services. Winter warmth is waiting. Call us today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
The war in Iran is stretching on with more violence and strikes throughout the Middle East. President Trump seemingly reversed course, saying the war could be ending soon. Now, Department of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth with his own message. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the latest.
The Secretary of Defense today pledging today will be the most intense day of strikes in Iran.
The most fighters, the most bombers, the most strikes. Intelligence more refined and better than ever.
Just yesterday, President Trump saying the war could be over soon.
We're achieving major strides toward completing our military objective. And some people could say they're pretty well complete.
Dramatic video circulating online shows people racing to escape as missiles blasted this military base outside Tehran.
The president says that it's nearly complete, but the Department of Defense says that it's just begun.
And new questions after an Iranian news agency reports 40 people were killed in a U.S. strike on 2 apartment complexes in Tehran. Iran's still launching counterstrikes, too. The UAE saying one of its consulates in Iraq was hit, while U.S. Central Command tries to take out Iran's missile launchers.
Our strikes mean we've made significant progress in reducing the number of missile and drone attacks out of Iran.
And overnight, the Joint Chiefs Chair, Defense Secretary, and Vice President Vance attended the dignified transfer for the 7th American service member killed, 26-year-old Sergeant Benjamin Pennington.
And he wanted to serve his country and be a soldier.
And now a bit of daylight seemingly emerging between President Trump and his Vice President J.D. Vance, who has long opposed foreign intervention. Now the president saying that his vice president was less enthused about the operation in Iran and that the two are philosophically a little bit different on the issue. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
Did you pay a tariff in the past year or so? You might be entitled to a reimbursement, but first you'll have to jump through some legal hoops and possibly wait for Congress to act. Correspondent Madeline Riviera explains the complicated controversy over tariff refunds.
It is a mess in terms of who's going to get what.
Last month, the Supreme Court struck down President Trump's most widely used tariff tool. Now the race is on for refunds, but it's not just big companies like Walmart and Amazon looking to get their money back. Millions of individual consumers are now asking the Treasury Department to reimburse them for tariffs on items worth $800 or less. But that's easier said than done because the Treasury Department has not said how much of the tariff revenue it's collected was covered by the court ruling, leaving customers to seek refunds directly from businesses.
They pass those costs on to consumers. Are consumers going to get anything out of this? Because we all bore some of the cost of the tariffs.
There's already at least one class action lawsuit underway. FedEx customers are suing the company for tariff refunds. And on Monday, another lawsuit was filed aimed at stopping the White House from imposing a 10% global tariff.
Tariffs aren't paid by China. Tariff is a tax. It's not free. It's something that costs the consumer or businesses more money.
But President Trump is pushing back, saying those tariffs are a big part of his foreign policy strategy.
We got the countries to all go along because I said, if you don't do it, I'm going to raise your tariffs to 200%, to 150%.
Some companies like UPS and FedEx say they'll refund customers after they get reimbursed by the feds. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
Stonington is the top lobster port in the state once again. That's according to a preliminary 2025 data released by the Maine Department of Marine Resources. They say the catches for the top 10 ports were driven largely by lobster. Stonington came in first with catches valued in excess of $49 million. Vinyl Haven came in second at more than $31 million. Harrington, Beals, Cutler, Deer Isle, Jonesport, and Tennant's Harbor were also in the top 10. Overall, the state's commercial landings totaled more than $619 million in 2025. After the break, students are using art to help their community. We've got details when we return.
Maine's rivers, our lakes, our life-giving wells. To ensure that our water supply remains clean and safe, Senator Susan Collins is leading the fight to protect this vital resource. She delivered millions to upgrade Maine's drinking water and wastewater infrastructure, keeping the quality of water as precious as Maine itself. So raise a glass and thank Senator Susan Collins for her leadership that goes beyond politics.
You're never gonna believe who called the Cabin Masters.
Who called us?
Joe Bornstein's office. They have a small project for us.
How small?
Pretty small. It is on the lake.
Got $1 million views.
Well then, let's show them we mean business.
Did you know that Joe Bornstein has helped over 25,000 Maine families?
In all 16 counties?
Yep.
They're wicked good lawyers.
Fighting and winning for injured Mainers for over 50 years.
Good job, guys.
Nice. Injured Mainers know to call Joe.
Falls are the #1 cause of injury to senior citizens. Acorn Stairlifts has the solution. Just don't fall. Sit, relax, ride with an Acorn Stairlift, the world's leader in stairlifts. Don't let limited mobility keep you from going up and down your stairs, even outside. Call Acorn Stairlifts now for a free information kit and no obligation quote. Why risk falling when you can safely ride?
Our Acorn Stairlift is definitely more affordable than moving.
The Acorn Stairlift has a padded seat and backrest. Safety sensors stop the chair if there are obstacles. The seat swivels and locks so you don't twist your body. And the Acorn Stairlift folds away. It even runs during power outages.
I was really surprised at how little it cost.
Call 1-800-732-2971 right now for your free information kit or visit our website today. That's 1-800-732-2971.
Tired of worrying whether your credit will hold you back from getting a car? At Down East Credit Union, we believe everyone deserves reliable transportation, even with less than perfect credit. Let us guide you every step of the way. If your credit score is under 670 or you've had setbacks like bankruptcy or repossession, that doesn't mean you're out of options. We'll help you get pre-approved, guide you through car shopping, and work with you on a plan to rebuild your credit. Reach out to Down East Credit Union today. Let's get you on the road confidently.
Here in the test kitchen, we love using our slow cookers. It's pretty obvious since we've made everything in them from stick-to-your-rib soups to ribs that fall off the bone. We've even made some amazing desserts in them. But the one thing that we get the most requests for is pot roast. So let me share a new one that Patty just came up with. We start by searing a 3 to 4 pound chuck roast that we season with a little salt and pepper. Once it's browned, into a slow cooker it goes on top of a bed of chopped onions. Now we mix together chopped garlic, fresh rosemary, some tomato paste, a shake or two of Worcestershire sauce, and a splash of water. Then we give it a good stir and pour it over the roast. After this cooks on low for most of the day, out it comes so we can make our gravy right in the slow cooker. For that, all we do is mix some water with a bit of flour and slowly stir it into the pan drippings. It doesn't get any easier than this. Just imagine coming home to a house filled with the aroma of this cooking all day. It's so tender, it practically melts in your mouth. And when it's slathered with all that gravy, get ready for some good eating. Yes, the recipe for our slow cooker country pot roast is online now, so you'll be able to whip it up later this week. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a more tender way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. How is it?
Very good.
Students are learning so much more than math and science these days. As Jody Hersey found out, they're also discovering the importance of community and lending a helping hand.
Students in the Empty Bowls Club at Messalonsky High School are using their artistic skills to help out the community.
The Empty Bowls Club is a group of students who make bowls, and we make them for a community dinner that we hold in March. I teach them how to do a slab mold, and then once they know how to do that, they can kind of branch out in different directions. So sometimes they use the mold, sometimes they build them by hand. I have a couple of them that know how to use the pottery wheel.
This is Hunter Stanley's first year in the club.
I've always been a huge ceramics fan. I've always liked doing things like that.
Students make around 250 handmade bowls that are used at the annual Empty Bowls Community Dinner. It's a fundraiser to benefit food pantries in Oakland, Belgrade, Sydney, China, and Winslow.
We usually get around 200 people that come to the dinner. The dinner is donations of soup and desserts.
Those who attend the event also get to take a handmade bowl home with them.
Each Messalonsky High School student is required to complete 40 hours of community service upon graduation. Participating in the Empty Bowls Club is one way to earn those hours.
And I needed like a club where I could just like express myself artistically. And I wanted community service hours, and I wanted to give back to the community in a positive way.
Students using ceramics to feed the soul and those experiencing food insecurity. In Oakland, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
This year's Empty Bowls Community Dinner will take place on March 2nd at Messalonsky High School in Oakland from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. It is $10 per person and $5 for children in kindergarten through 8th grade. When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
Spin the wheel, the letters call. One right guess could win it all. Wheel of Fortune, laughter, fun. Weeknights at 7. Join everyone. On ABC 7, watch and play. Wheel of Fortune's here each weekday. I'm Rick from Brewer, and I'm a wheel watcher.
Peter Pan here. You know, I thought growing up would be the worst. Bills, responsibility, pants. But then I found a way to hack adulthood. It's called AAA. Grown-up perks, zero grown-up stress. Woo! Insurance and roadside assistance? Hey, yep. Oh! It's cool. I've got AAA. And don't forget, epic discounts on dining and travel. With AAA, it pays to be a member. A little more whipped cream, please? Yeah.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. Just reminding you that whatever day of the week you get hurt, we're your go-to lawyers. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
Hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Here at Twin City Tire and Service, you will be working with industry professionals. We have ASE certified master technicians and certified tire and lube technicians. If we need your vehicle for a duration of time, we offer a complimentary shuttle service and can even offer a loaner vehicle. Being a client at Twin City Tire and Service means that we will treat you right. This includes a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on mechanical repairs. We also provide you with 1 year of complimentary roadside assistance. Come see us today at Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
It certainly has been feeling like spring. Let's check in with Devin Biggs to see how long it will last. Devin?
Alrighty, Susan, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, now offering a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 drawing. Alrighty, here we go. That winter storm watch is still up for the northern parts of the state, and that will last until 11 a.m. as we head towards your Thursday. We're awaiting an upgrade because of some concerns for at least 1/4 of an inch of ice. We're also watching some sleet and a little bit of snow as well, while further down toward the south, a small crab advisory is up until 6 a.m. as we head towards your Thursday. In the meantime, wave heights at around 3 feet according to the buoys, while farther off towards the east at around 4 to 5 feet at this moment in time. But on land, we have clouds passing through from the west and going toward the east, and we are going to stay dry today with a good amount of sunshine, and again, some passing clouds not out of the question. Some more activity off towards the west that is tracking east, but that will be leaving us alone for now, but more activity will be on the way soon. Futurecast moving forward, lots of sunshine today. Notice more activity overnight, some snow, a little bit of a wintry mix too. Everyone else gets involved with some activity as we head towards Wednesday morning. Notice that wintry mix right there. But then as we push some warmer air in, that wintry mix will continue to get going. And Bangor may be in the wintry mix early, but switching over to all rain as warmer air gets going. But farther off towards the north, that's trouble right there. That's primarily freezing rain, possibly some sleet and snow to the north. So definitely concerns for ice. And we're going to push the first round out of here, and then more rain as we get some warmer air in here too as we head towards Thursday morning. So a lot of ice potential right there too being indicated in the pink. Bangor, you're okay. Mainly our southern areas will be okay. Further off towards the north, not so much. So power outages, down trees will be a concern too. And a little bit of snow expected with this as well. So again, definitely a system we'll need to watch very closely. But for today, here we go. Upper 60s, mostly sunny, south wind at around 5 miles per hour. And then overnight, lower 30s, mostly cloudy, north wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then we have tomorrow, low 40s, rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow, and that east wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, showing some rain and snow on Thursday with highs in the mid-50s and then cooling off quickly, and then upper 30s for your Friday under a partly cloudy sky. Snow chances Saturday with highs in the upper 30s.
Thank you, Devin. The Downtown Bangor Partnership is partnering with a local sign company and using grants to give some storefronts around town a facelift. The Downtown Bangor Partnership, along with WVII Signs, rolled out some facade grants this year that they are calling Glow Up Grants. They are meant to enhance the exteriors of some downtown businesses. The city has $15,000 in grant money to be dedicated to aesthetic improvements like paint, awnings, signage, planters, seating, and exterior sculptures, all things that will add to a business's curb appeal. For businesses
It is hard
interested,
sometimes for a small shop owner who is doing literally everything.
businesses interested in grants, you can email info@downtownbangor.com or visit this story on our website, foxbangor.com, for a link to more information and the application. Death Valley National Park in California comes to life with a once-in-a-decade super bloom of flowers. Thousands of wildflowers emerge through the soil in the national park, transforming the area into a landscape of vibrant yellow, purple, and white. The blossom includes desert gold flowers, gold mallow, and sunflowers. The super bloom happens when the seeds stay dormant for 12 or more years, withstanding even droughts. Then suddenly they spring to life under the right conditions. Visitors flock to the park Friday to witness the phenomenon while it lasts. Death Valley employees are grateful for the attention the super bloom brings to the national parks.
It's only once every 10 or 50 years or whatever, so it's great to be able to be here, and it's a rare opportunity.
Experts say the super bloom is the result of consistent rain during the fall and the winter. However, they say it likely won't last very long. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
At the Challenger Learning Center of Maine,